It was about that time,
No,
Therius.
no, I get to say things for no.
And then I
Hello,
said to
everybody.
her,
No, stop it.
so I says to Mabel, I
Oh my
says,
god, not again. There's only two of
welcome
them, and
back
they're
to
already
Motley
rude to
Heights,
me.
everybody.
Yes. Hi. Hi, I'm ELH. I'm the game master. And joining me are two lovely individuals. Profess Hex is actually doing a real life stage play right now, so that's where Profess Hex is. But we wanted to start a little early because, I mean, you guys ready to go and chat. We're ready to go here. And I actually have some announcements I got to do first. So, big news. First of all, if you're seeing this on YouTube, or hell, if you're seeing it on Twitch Live, I now have YouTube memberships unlocked. Now, what that does for you is a couple things. If you're a YouTube member, a Twitch subscriber, or a Patreon or a patron of mine, when I edit the VODs, you're going to notice during the break time, whenever I do breaks, there's going to be like a 10 to 15-second bumper with everybody's name mentioned. Now, that might not seem like much, but it honestly goes a long way, I think, towards fostering sort of community and being like, hey, I helped fund that episode kind of a thing. So that's my plans with that. The other thing to announce is that Star Trek Congo tomorrow will be the season finale, or series finale, I should say. But we already have the new game spun up, or in the process of being spun up, and it is Star Trek Euthenia. Yeah, I picked a name I could say. Yeah, Euthenia. There we go. But the premise of that game will be that it is a Cation designed vessel that has been trapped in the Delta Quadrant, but not the Delta Quadrant that Voyager went to because that's boring. We're going to a different part of the Delta Quadrant where it's cool and awesome, and I might be torturing them with survival stuff. Yeah, that's a thing.
We don't
Uh,
know.
yeah. And then there was one other thing. What was the other thing? Oh, right. So Kasumi ended off screen. A little bit sad about that. But to replace it, starting 2 Saturdays from now, there will be a Star Trek Lesser Halls, or an homage to Lower Decks, at least the style of play. That's going to be with an entirely brand new group of players, and that's going to be every Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern. So definitely recommend coming out on September 18th and giving it a look. But I think that's enough babbling from me. Darewolf and Aaron, if you guys want to introduce yourselves.
Everybody. I'm really glad to be back. My name is Darewolf, Darewolf Gaming 88 on Twitter and Twitch. I play Sergeant Nicholas T, captain of the Motley Leagues.
Uh, and yeah, guys, I'm Aaron. I am Draxus, the Intelligent Deathclaw, co-captain of the Motley Leagues,
I said first mate.
and co-captain of the Motley Leagues, and Commander Datig on Tuesdays for until tomorrow, and then somebody else
He's playing the actual captain.
playing
Spoiler.
the actual captain. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's right.
In the other game.
Yeah. And then the other individual who's not joining us is Profess Hacks. You would know him as Dr. Worm, but we love him all the same. And is it
Hey, hey, hey,
is
hey, hey.
is it kosher to tell him to break a leg? I never remember if it's kosher to actually say that to an actor.
Break a leg? Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, just don't say like
Yes.
just don't say Macbeth, 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 Macbeth,
Oh, it's
Macbeth.
Macbeth. Mm.
But you can't. You're fine if you're outside of theater. I roomed with theater students all through college, so I know all these little weird things that they do.
Mm.
I was a theater kid. I should know these weird things.
I was going to say I was lights back in high school. Anyways, before we get into dark periods of our lives that no one needs to hear about, let's get started. All right, so we resume our story where the crew of the Motley Leagues, as I guess we're calling it, you all had received three very important phone calls. One was actually rather nice. It was your Deathclaw buddies, your Intelligent Deathclaw buddies, and they wanted to say, hey, can we come aboard? And you're like, yes, please. And then the other two calls sort of got worse. One was from the Institute, and the Institute's like, hey, we want your ship, and we don't want to blow you up, so... And I'm pretty sure you hung up on them at that point,
Yeah.
so... And then the worst call was actually from a certain individual in the Brotherhood of Steel, kind of runs the Pridwin, was very, very angry at you all, and threatened to more or less sink your boat. He already blew up Motley Heights too, so you at least knew his threat was credible. And I'm pretty sure you hung up on him as well. So
No, I didn't actually hang up on him. I told him to go F himself and then hung up on him. Very, very, very stark difference.
There's a distinction there. Yeah.
There is, yes. So where we're at now in the story is that the two individuals, Nicola T and Draxus, are headed towards one of two locations to start with to scavenge whatever supplies, personnel they can in order to get the fully powered AA guns of the battleship ready. And as we sort of zoom in on the Commonwealth, we sort of go to a spot maybe about midway between the battleship and actual land. And what we see is Nicola T at the helm of just a small, like, not a dinghy, but, you know, not like a full-on, like, what are they called? Not a schooner, but, you know, kind of not a power boat, but something in between.
Zodiac
like
with a center console.
There you go. Yeah. So you see Nicola T at the helm of one of those, and on a rope being towed is Draxus water skiing. And that's where we're going to resume our lovely session today.
Hey, Draxus! What do you think of my new digs? I found them in the captain's quarters.
Yeah, pretty sharp, dude. Whoa. Can you just hang on a second? I gotta.
What? You want to go faster? You got it. I can't hear you, buddy.
Draxus, because I find this ultimately hilarious. You wanna roll just a difficulty of 1 to maybe hold on there a little bit?
Man, these outboard engines, they really got some kick to them. Woo!
Yeah. And if you couldn't already guess, this would be in athletics.
Yep.
And don't forget, you guys actually have 4 AP from chat as well. Hey, look at that. With 2 successes,
And that is
you're now
3
up to
successes.
5. Ooh. All right, you're capped on AP then. Very nice. So yeah, Draxus, you're hanging on just fine. In fact, if you want to add a little flair, go for it. If you want to do a trick, go for it.
All right, I got an idea. And you see Draxus like just sort of take his tail and stick it in the water like a hydrofoil and just sort of lift up. It's like, this is a lot more painful than it looks.
You got it, buddy. More waves.
No, seriously, I don't know how to get down and I think it's sprained.
And then I'll just take us in to whatever port we're going to.
And yeah, I think at that we'll see, like, you know how like the boat slows down, but the funny thing about momentum is that if you're going the same speed as something and it stops, you just because it stops, you don't stop, you just keep going. So Draxus is going to pitch forward, and his tail's going to catch on the back of the Zodiac, and he's just going to go over Nikki's head like just some awful, just warped, Free Willy looking awful shit. Just
Nikki
like Nikki's just like, yeah.
I miss this group. So yeah, you land ashore, but we need to decide where ashore. So I know chat's not going to see this, but basically I'm showing them a map of Fallout 4's, full map of everything. So I've circled 2 locations in blue. The one to the south is
we're going to Fort Strong.
Going to Fort Strong. Okay.
The one on the end of the peninsula, because we got to pass it to go to the one inland anyway.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. So when you come into the inlet of Fort Strong, what you see is the following. You see on the coastline itself is a star pattern old style fort, which was probably used long, long ago for something somewhat important in the maritime industry or maritime defense, but it has since fallen into disrepair. 2 of the walls have big, great holes in them, and it looks like someone's tried to board them up or otherwise sort of make it look presentable, but it's definitely not a solid fort anymore. But what you're also seeing is that there is what seems to be the signs of a settlement, a little bit more inland. You're seeing buildings with smoke coming out of the chimneys. You're seeing that there are a few people walking around. But what I'm going to say is that when Draxus goes tumbling overhead and ends up tumbling into one of the city streets, a walking passerby kind of looks at you, does the deer in the headlights thing, and goes,
Hey, what's up? Yeah, I think the word you're looking for traditionally is high.
They just take off running. They just take off running, and about 2 seconds into the running, they just start screaming. Not anything coherent. They just start screaming.
All right, bye.
Walking up behind you, and I like fixing his collar a little bit. All right, Draxus, you know how these things can be. Best let old Papa Nicky, or excuse me, Captain Papa Nicky, do some of the talking. Just bear with me.
In the words of a very wise man that lived a long time ago, why do people run from me?
That's a very complicated and very in-depth question that I have nor the time or nor inclination.
Like the whole point of me putting on this like tablecloth
Yeah.
was so people be like, "Oh, Deathclaws don't wear those. Maybe he's different." Or like, I also think it looks pretty sharp too. But
Yeah, it's like I mean, if you were to liken it to something, it's like putting a pair of bunny ears on a murloc. I mean, it's still a murloc. Um, you know, it is what it is. Exactly. It's still gonna go blah 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 blah, and it's gonna be weird, and it's got little like fish hands. It doesn't make sense. All right, they're an abomination, and why any person ever thought up such a thing is just beyond me. Also, I found this French piss.
all right, I mean, I don't think you're supposed to just drink right out of it like that.
Well, I'm not going to drink out of it. I'm going to offer it as a gift to the community. It's like giving beads and stuff. I don't know. I read it in a book sometime, but let's move on.
Yeah, okay. I mean, but I'm gonna have to keep an eye out because I feel like somebody's gonna start shooting at me. That's usually the way this goes.
They're going to see it. You're with me. It's going to be fine. Remember that one time in Albuquerque?
You said we weren't gonna talk about that anymore.
Nicky T walks away.
Nice save. As you start to walk into the city, again, you're starting to see that this is very much an established settlement. This isn't just somebody has walked up to a new locale, opened up the settlement tool, and started plopping down buildings. No, this looks like there are a significant number of people that live, work, and survive here. And you don't get too far in until you are suddenly not sort of circled, but sort of cowed back the way you were coming by a bunch of nervous looking, about teenage boys. Most of them are in that teenage range. But you see there's maybe about 10 teenagers and then maybe about 5 adults. They're all kind of, run up and try to, stop your forward progress. And they're all holding like pipe rifles, or they're all holding like really badly maintained shotguns. And assuming you stop, question mark.
Oh yeah, not moving forward. I've been down this road. I know a vasectomy waits for me on the end of it, so I'm not going to play in that traffic.
All right. So the most well dressed of the individuals actually has like on not the NCR Rangers, but the Minutemen outfit. That's the one I'm thinking of. So he kind of has that colonial feel with the tricorn on, and you see he's carrying a laser musket. But he steps forward and goes, "Well, this is quite interesting. Don't see a Deathclaw like that every day."
You know what else I don't see every day? Such a finely dressed Minuteman.
Oh, well, thank you. My name's Preston. What's yours?
Preston, that name rings a strange bell and fills me with rage. But you know what? I'm going to let that pass. I am Captain Nicky T of the Motley Leagues, and it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, sir. Extend hand.
And he takes it, but kind of hesitantly says, "The Motley Leagues, is that a new airship?"
It is a water ship. Yeah, I met my friend, my first mate and best friend, Draxus the Deathclaw, could likely answer any other additional questions you have. The reason I'm here is to seek some supplies for my vessel.
And he kind of looks past Nicola T at Draxus and goes, You one of them intelligent Deathclaws?"
I mean, you're half right.
I'm sorry, is that Deathclaw humor? I'm not sure if I should laugh.
Yeah, yep,
Okay.
from California.
Rule of 3, buddy.
Right.
Well, Okay. I'm lost, but you said you needed supplies. Well,
I thought
where
you said your name was Preston.
it yeah, my name is Preston. Why?
You just said I'm lost.
And there's just a full like 30 seconds where he's just like, "What? What?"
This guy can't.
Okay, your name is Preston.
No, no, I understood what you were implying. Okay, moving on. Captain Mr. T. What
Captain,
kind of supplies do you need?
Mr. T.
it's Captain Nicky.
Okay,
He just called you Mr. T.
I mean, that would be an applicable name prior to my promotion to captain.
Well,
Right.
what do you need supply wise?
Hey, Draxus, what do we need again?
I thought you knew.
Didn't we bring like a piece of paper or something?
I mean, Dr. Worm usually does these things.
Oh, hell.
I need things for our ship so that because we have big guns on our ship and we want to be able to shoot our big guns at people.
I'm gonna
Not you guys.
I'm gonna use an AP that Nikki is.
You mean a
rummaging
luck?
through his pockets. A luck. That's the one. A luck. I'm gonna use a luck and take it out. I'm gonna pull it out of a pocket that one of the crew remembered to put in my pocket because they knew I'd forget. Like, oh, here it is. I found it.
And he kind of Preston motions to take it, and if you let him, he'll kind of take it and read it and goes, "Ooh, you're asking for quite a lot. A lot of stuff here. I don't know if we can spare all of this."
I'm sure you can.
Well, I mean, you don't need to spare all of it. There are a couple other places we can go. I mean, we're not like asking for a handout, just a hand.
And why is it you need all this? You said it was to repair your guns, but why? I mean, you
So
did
we
say to
can
attack
'cause-
people.
Yeah, we want to shoot our big guns, and okay, we're gonna blow up that big Brotherhood of Steel blimp.
The Pridwin?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be lying if I said that the Brotherhood of Steel wasn't a pain in my ass and the rest of the Minutemen's ass, but
And then we're gonna shell the Institute.
now the Institute I don't know much about, but that also sounds appropriate.
And as captain, Nikki can authorize a what do you call those things? Treaty of Mutual Defense. And that means if anybody comes to mess with you, we can shoot our big guns at them.
I know what it means. Not how I decided to start my day. And at this, Preston kind of waves at everybody else to like relax, and they all noticeably relax at this point. And Preston, takes one last look at the note, then hands it back to Nicola T and says, "All right, well, we can. I mean, I can get some of this ready for you, but what are we going to get in return? I mean, obviously, don't get me wrong. Having a ship with big guns is nice, but I mean, we will be kind of running really low if we give you this stuff."
So, here's a question. What do you want?
I mean, I'd like a lot of things. I mean, hell, I like a nice Brahmin steak, but we haven't had Brahmin in months.
What if I got you some Brahmin?
And if you could find enough Brahmin to feed me and the boys here and some of the other townsfolk, be a lot of Brahmin. Not gonna lie, you're gonna need about 5 or 6 of those things.
Hey, Nicky, you think that Brahmin that we blew up like 8 weeks ago is still good?
So I am no medical doctor, as Dr. Worm is. So I'm gonna go on a limb and say likely.
I mean, we gotta be able to find some Brahmin around here somewhere. I mean,
They roam around in like herds or packs or something. I don't know.
yeah, it's like a Warrens, like Brahmin Warrens or
Yeah.
something. I don't know.
Probably one right outside of town. Just gotta go.
Well,
yeah.
I tell you what, Mr. Preston, you go ahead and start getting those supplies ready, and we're gonna go out and rustle you guys up a few Brahmin.
Right.
And
And,
Nick's
you know,
gonna
Preston,
step forward.
again, waves his individuals to let you guys pass. But as you do, I think one of the, you know, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed teenager kind of looks up at you, Jackson, and goes, wow, I've never seen a Deathclaw up close like this before. Usually I was told that if I was ever this close to a Deathclaw, I'd be dead.
Traxxas is just gonna look at him and like bend him real close, and in an uncharacteristic moment of malice will go, maybe you are and you just don't know it yet.
Preston, is this psychological warfare?
Oh my god, nobody around here can take a joke. No. Alright, fine. Brahmin, on it. We'll be back.
Lingering behind for a second, placing both his hands on Preston's shoulder. He's going to lean in and be like, this isn't just the first step in a mutually beneficial relationship or alliance. This is the first step to true friendship.
That's good, because
Lightly
there's a
press
lot
his
of
face.
settlements that need our help.
Lightly caress his face.
Oh my god.
Listen, I can't throw Preston at you and not give you the settlement line. I can't do it.
Catching Draxus.
And Drax is just gonna be like visibly like, this, don't you ever say that to these people. This is how they get you.
You know, there's something about that guy. It's really hard to explain, Draxus, but I really wanted to just kill him again and again violently with a mini nuke. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, there's a phrase, as soon as he said his name, I had to fight myself from saying, shut up, Preston.
Yeah,
I don't know.
felt that.
It's weird, right?
That was weird. I don't know.
Past life experience intruding on present times.
You believe in the reincarnation theory?
Well, it's just, I mean, that's elementary multiverse theory, man. Our brains are all hooked up to our alternate selves through like a quantum network, and or I don't know, like mycelial whoozits and something. I don't know.
Yeah, like that Jet Li movie. What was it called? The number 2 or something?
Jet Li.
Yeah,
You mean Gently?
that's the one. Yeah,
There was a big movie star named Gently back in the day.
yeah, he was Irish.
Weird name, like, but he always punched everybody.
Yeah.
I think it was an ironic name.
Oh, like it was Gentle Lee. you are just there's number 3. You got it. 2 of those kind of blended together, but wish they would have been here for that one. It would have been great. We find any Brahmin?
Yeah. So, I am going to need a perception and a survival at difficulty of 4 in order to see if you spot some Brahmin that would be applicable to this nature. Now, what I'm going to say is this might not give you their location outright. Like, you may not just come across a herd of Brahmin right outside the city, because that would defeat the point of sending you guys out to get them. But you might find tracks that will lead you to them if you succeed. And you're capped on AP at the moment, so you may wish to spend some of it.
So, Wolf, my combined perception survival is 4, or if not 4, 9. My survival is 4 and is tagged. What about you?
So I feel like with Nikki's newfound bravado, he would just fancy himself a tracker, although he's not. So he's gonna make the roll.
Okay.
Yeah, he's feeling real full of himself right now. My survival is not tagged, but it is a 3, and I have a 10 perception. So this could work out well.
That's pretty good.
Much better. And
that was only
2 successes.
Only 2 on 4 die.
Oof.
But I have 6 luck.
There you go. Let's a couple luck. Let's get these re-rolled in.
All right, let's do it.
I want these Brahmin.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna reroll 2 of those. We got.
Remember
2.
to knock yourself down to 3 AP when you're done.
Yes, sir.
I will. I'll go ahead and do that now.
Thank you, sir. Let it go.
Oh, I'm just
Survey
gonna...
says, let's see what you get on your reroll.
There
you go. 2 successes more. That is the 4 you require.
All right,
So,
Captain's-
Nicola T, hey, and chat just gave you 3 right back. There you go.
Damn. And I took 1 too many, so
Go back to
Wolf, grab an extra one. Yeah.
All right. So, Nicola T, you can frame this how you want, but I like to imagine, Nicola T, you get outside the settlement, you kind of lick your finger, put it up to the air, wave it about a little bit, and then you smell it. And then you get down on a knee and you kind of scoop up some dirt, and you taste the dirt. and then you taste the finger that was in the wind, and then you taste the dirt, and then you go that way.
Stay away. Let's go.
All right, let's do it. Let's get these weird cows.
All right. Now here's your wild wasteland that was given to you at the start of the session.
Glorious.
So
It's table 2, right?
Yep, it's on table 2. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So as you guys are walking along up the coast, deeper into the Commonwealth, into Boston proper, what you see is that there is a stone pedestal, and I mean like a Greek pedestal, like Corinthian columns, that whole design. And what you see on this pedestal is a tome, a book, and it has a very complex sigil on the front of it. And it's just out in the open. Nothing else around it, just kind of sitting there.
Huh. Well, nothing suspicious about this. Draxus is just going to walk up and open the book.
All right, Draxus, I always forget, can you actually read?
Yes.
Okay. Then, what I will tell you is that you are seeing something called the Tome of Tiamat. And inside this tome are instructions for proper worship of Tiamat, as well as a supposed summoning ritual.
Spelled that wrong.
What you got there, buddy?
Nothing.
That
It's that book that like an infinite number of monkeys working on an infinite number of typewriters would eventually create the best. And it wasn't even. It's like the opening line is like, it was the best of times. It was the blurst of times. Like, and he's just gonna slip the book shut, throw it over his shoulder, just keep walking. He can't actually read.
That book looked suspiciously like the 3.5 Book of Vile Darkness, and I'm glad you threw it over your shoulder, sir. Well played.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you're gonna give me anything, give me a magic item compendium, right? Am I right?
I mean, come on. If we're gonna play D&D, we gotta play it right.
Because I found it funny you mentioned it. As you throw the book over your shoulder and you maybe look at it, maybe you don't, it just kind of combusts into dark purple flames and turns into crispy nothingness.
You know, they just don't make them like they used to.
I feel like the whole like extended warranty on the books for consuming themselves in flame, that was a really undersold product.
Yeah, but you know, like they're meant to do this. They're meant to just spontaneously combust because you have to keep going back and buying new ones if you want to keep playing. It's a total ripoff.
That's how they get you, though. They suck you in with all the entertainment and the promise of summoning, ancient elder gods, and then poof, flames and another $29.95.
Now you know what a good system was? That 2D20 system.
Oh man, yeah, it was by they made a couple of them. There was like one about some sand people. There was one about what was the other one called? About some people in under the water. I think it was called Underwater Trek or something like that. Or
no,
Water
it was
World.
like no, it was
yeah,
Waterworld. Oh,
yeah,
greatest! Like, remember, like, so many Oscars. Such a great movie.
I mean, really, just a life-changing, breathtaking sort of cinematic experience, if you ask me. I mean, I saw an old holotape.
Yeah, Kevin Costner was like a young Draxus, just a sexual awakening.
Can we just take a moment of silence that his beauty, his acting, just I don't even have a word for it, is lost to this world. May he rest in peace.
I just remember, like, there's just so many lines that he had.
Yep. Oh, the way
not the same movie, but like, you travel in poor company when you travel with Nottingham sheriffs, and it's just like,
Let me just like I got you got like what, 4 hearts, 15? Everyone.
I've got one, but it's a 16 chambered heart.
Okay, it's just every chamber is just like but don't.
No, it's like when it like, so they all sort of like beat together. You still get that lub dub, but it's like Costner.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful. We'll keep following the Brahmin Dragons.
I figured. To answer a quick question in chat, though, why was Waterworld famous for being bad? It is literally the highest costing movie, even when accounting for inflation. And it's not a good movie. It's a decent movie, is what I would say.
It's a good
decent
bad movie.
Yes.
Actually,
So.
one of my favorite movies because
Yeah, it's so fun. It's so out
yeah.
there and crazy. Like there was somebody that was just like, "Hey, let's just do Mad Max, but everybody's on really slow boats and it's not interesting."
Yeah, that's a good way to summarize it.
Its budget back in '95 was 175 million.
Yeah, it's kind of insane.
Oh my god!
But yeah, more on topic. So with you guys following the Brahmin tracks, what you're going to notice is that the sky overhead's going to begin to darken. A storm's coming soon, but it's not like a sudden storm like has been in the previous episodes. This is just a normal storm rolling in from the glowing sea, and, probably don't want to be out in it if you can help it, but if you are, not a big deal. But what happens is Nicola T and Draxus, as you guys kind of go over a hill and start to go into the city of Boston proper, still following these Brahmin tracks, you do see a herd of about 10 Brahmin. The problem is that they are being escorted by 2 super mutants. Now, these super mutants appear to have on some form of raider gear or repurposed raider gear, so they have some sort of armor on them. Each of them is carrying what appears to be a pipe rifle, and they also have a comically sized 2x4 with a nail sticking out of it as well.
Oh, that's the one you got to watch out for. The board with the nail in it.
Why?
You've never seen Home Alone.
I can't say that I have. Is that also got our Lord and Savior Kevin Costner in it?
No, unfortunately not.
Yeah, I don't care then. And then I'm gonna be like, "Hey, super mutants, we want to trade with you."
So, unfortunately, these super mutants are not wanting to trade with you. So I am going to need initiative from you boys, which I think I already have. But if not...
Can we make a...
yeah, mine's 11.
On this one? Come on.
Nah, I can't give you this one. All right, so it looks like, Nicola T, you will be up first with your 18 in initiative.
Cool.
Now, what I would tell you is that these super mutants are down the street from you all, almost at like a crossroads between, alleyways and whatnot. Mm-hmm. They are currently at long range from you, if that factors into your weapon at all.
It does. I am going to draw my 10mm auto pistol.
Okay.
And I'm going to, I guess, can we ready an action in this? I've been playing a lot of Pathfinder lately.
Let's double check. I mean, it is kind of a refresher for everybody involved. Let's take a look.
See if I can.
Let's see. Combat encounters. You can. Yes, you can ready an action. Mm-hmm.
I like to just ready an action when they get within, like close to medium range. Okay. When they're on the cusp of getting into close range, I'd like to shoot one of them.
Okay. Let's be clear here. Are you going to be aiming for anything in particular, or are you just shooting to shoot at them?
Going for the head. Headshot.
Going for the head. Okay.
Boom, headshot.
All right. That will be your that'll be your major action. Are you doing anything for your minor action?
I'm going to find a piece of debris, a burned out car, something to like do a quick slide behind and like give myself some cover.
Okay. What I would tell you then is that anybody that is trying to attack you from medium range or further adds +1 to their difficulty. And you also, or no, that's prone, not cover. My bad. What I would give you is probably about 2 challenge dice worth of cover, or 2 combat dice worth of cover. I think that's probably fair.
Do I roll that now, or
when you get attacked?
Brilliant. Thank you.
All right. So up next is actually going to be even Draxus. The super mutants are going to go before Draxus. So one of them is going to pull out his pipe rifle and is just going to fire a shot at Draxus because you're the biggest target. Let's see. You have a defense of 1, I believe.
Yes, sir.
All right, which means they're at a difficulty of 2 to hit you. And they miss, and apparently it's not rolling my pipe rifle damage. I'll fix that in a moment. But all you know is that the pipe rifle vomits fire in your general direction, and you kind of do that thing in Pulp Fiction where you're kind of like, yeah, whole lot of nothing.
Looking good, buddy.
Missed me.
Now, the other super mutant, unfortunately, does something neither of you is going to like. He reaches into some place unknowable and pulls out a mini nuke and starts running at you all.
Fantastic.
Oh boy.
So, Nicola T,
Yeah.
you made it very clear that you were shooting the head
Absolutely.
when it came in range.
Yep.
So go ahead and roll that attack.
I'd like to cast the GM's not going to be a dick tonight. No, I'm kidding.
Listen,
All
it's a
right.
super mutant. I had to throw at least one suicidal one on you.
I'm going to spend them all.
Spend all your AP. Okay.
Yeah, I want to hit this guy that I need to. It's 5 dice, right?
Yep, 5 dice. And yes, I do have my own AP. Game Masters have their own AP pool, just like in Star Trek Adventures. They call it
skill.
right there. That's a lot of successes. I mean, it was a difficulty of 2 to hit it once it was in range. So how many?
That's 6 successes. 'Cause it's the tag skill, right?
Yeah. So I think you get 4 AP right back. All right. Now remember, you add damage based on how much ammo you spend here, and you are limited based on the gun you're using.
My base damage was 5 because I have that one perk, and then I can use up to 2 extra damage. I think that's 7 damage.
7 damage or 7 combat dice. Yes.
Cool.
I just had this whole ridiculous sequence play out in my mind.
Spend a luck to reroll 2 of those.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
5, 6, 7, 8, 8
Very
damage.
nice indeed. So,
that does have the burst quality, I believe.
All right, so burst would affect if they were next to each other, but they're not, unfortunately. They
were.
They were. But this is, remember, he had to move to get in range of you.
But hear me out. What if he didn't?
Nah, unfortunately, he's on his own. All right, so I have good news and I have bad news. Which do you want first?
I want the news I want the fun news. There's the answer for you, Leach. I want the fun news.
Okay. Well, what I would tell you is that with an 8 total damage, you're only doing 4 to his head. So you would have to... You'd have to do something to get up to 9 if you wanted to cause him an injury.
What are my options?
Yeah,
I don't think I have any.
I don't think you have any, unfortunately, as I look at the chart.
I can shoot him again, though.
Well, that would be 2 AP for another major action, yes.
Yeah, and I have the action boy, so it'd be the same difficulty.
So same difficulty then. Yeah.
What I would like to do is, realizing that he's wearing a helmet, drop.
Oh, no, this is his natural resistance.
Realizing that his head is made of steel, I will drop my 10 millimeter.
Okay.
With my minor action, drawing my las gun thing.
Okay.
So that's got some AP on it. And I'll try to shoot Tim's again.
Okay.
And I'll spend 1 AP to get 3 die.
All right.
Let's get weird.
I believe that leaves you with 1 AP there.
That is correct.
Also, hello there, Legally Blind Gamer 7926. Hello, hello. That's 2 successes. I mean, that's all you need.
And I will spend the extra ammo to deal 6 combat dice.
Okay.
Hope for a lot of piercing.
Do this. That's good.
6 with 2 piercing.
6 with 2 piercing. The piercing is what matters. So you shoot him in the head with your 10 millimeter. It does minimal damage. And you quickly pull out your new laser musket rifle, whatever it is. And you plug him in the head, like right between the eyes, like several times. And he goes down with that. That is enough to actually bring him down. But
the nuke.
But the mini nuke. Now, the mini nuke is going to drop, and it's going to do that comically, like anxious rolls, towards you.
Hear me out. Hear me out, because this is the sequence that I had played out in my mind because I knew this was coming. I want Drax's to run forward because we got to get these Brahmin. They can't go up in nuclear fire.
Oh my god.
He's just going to be like, the beef! And run up, and I want to grab the mini nuke before it detonates, and I'm a pretty strong guy, and I want to throw it as far as I can. away.
So, what's your strength right now?
13.
Oh my god. All right. I'll make you a deal. If you just want to yeet it into oblivion, difficulty of, well, for you, difficulty of 2 for an athletics.
Right.
If you want to actually maybe hit something with it that'll be funny, difficulty of 5. But I swear to you, it'll be the funniest shit ever.
So I had a thought about that.
Go ahead.
And if I get a difficulty of 5, I would like to narrate it.
You can.
So it could be strength athletics, but I also have throwing.
Oh, if you've got throwing, that would be a better skill. Mm-hmm.
But that's based on agility, and my agility sucks. So I feel like, I mean, I can do strength athletics. It's also tagged. It's the same thing at the end of the day. Like, it works out to be the same. So we'll use that because it's going to benefit me. Oh, no. Okay, we're definitely going to use that. Okay, let's go. I can't give you AP for dice, can I?
No, you can. You can.
Okay. Well, I want to do that so I can roll 4.
You roll 4. All right. I believe that will take your 1 AP that you had remaining, and then 2 more from. Hey, you just got 3 AP from chat. Good job.
Dump it. Yeah. All right. We're doing this. All right. We're rolling 4.
Nice. Dump the other 3. You can roll 5 dice then.
Oh, you know what? Absolutely.
Dump it.
Dumping it.
Yay.
Thank you, Chad.
5d20s. 13. We're at 7. This is a tag skill.
Oh my god.
7 successes. So.
Hi, GMs out there. I just want you to know before he narrates this, this is why you never doubt your players, because what they do is you say, hey, this is difficulty 5. You're never going to make this. They're going to roll 12 fucking successes because that's how things work. Just
don't do it.
And
go on.
And Draxus is going to just grab it up and pivot and just like football perfect throw, just thread the needle as it soars off in the direction of Fort Strong.
God,
it like totally random, and in just a comic that sound effect. It's just a mushroom cloud. I want to nuke Fort Strong.
I mean, I thought you were going to go after the Prigwin, but this is funnier in my mind.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, hey, I got limits.
All right. Since you're the one who threw the mini nuke, I need you to roll me a combat die first to determine if anything gets hit. If you roll an effect, you hit someone or something instead of just like a random building.
Please be Preston. Please be Preston Garvey.
I now need you to roll me 21 combat dice for damage on the mini nuke.
21?
21.
Okay. All right. Okay. Hold up here now. So we got a lot of zeros here.
You did.
I want to spend some luck to re-roll some of these zeros.
I mean, it's 1 luck for 3
1 luck for
AP,
3?
All
right, perfect. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to spend... I have 2 luck, so I'm going to spend both my luck.
God bless you.
To re-roll 6 combat dice. There we go.
So, one thing that I haven't told you yet is that this thing has breaking, which means it blows up cover, armor, etc. for every effect. And it does an additional damage and radiation based on effects as well. So I want to paint a picture for you. Preston's had a very interesting day. He's woken up, he had his last strip of Brahmin jerky. He, he kind of had a kink in his back, but he had to put on a brave face for the kids because you always have to, be a strong man and be a good role model. He finds his laser musket isn't working, so he's had to work on that for half a day. And then you two show up and get the kids all like, oh, do you think you'll let us ride him? Or, oh, well, you think we'll let us, fight him or in a way? And they get really excited. And, you go, aha, calm down, kids. You temper their expectations. And then you're kind of just patrolling, just off on your own between where the actual fort is and where the settlement is. You're on your own. When you start to hear something coming from the sky and you look up and you see a mini nuke coming towards you. And you think to yourself, Why did I do? Why God? What did I do to deserve this? And then the mini nuke hits you in the head. We see a mushroom cloud. You hear a muffled thump. And then we just see a tricorn hat fall to the ground where Preston once was.
There it is.
Can we narrate
Yeah.
that the tricorn hat falls to the ground at Draxus's feet?
That would be a bit of a stretch because he's.
Oh, that's a stretch?
This is true.
Come on.
We'll say it catches on the wind. There you go. It
Yeah,
catches on the wind.
Just
And
Draxus.
floats down right
It's
into
gonna-
Draxus's hands.
Oh, free hat. It's just gonna stick on the tricorn hat.
And I think the other super mutant who's still alive just kind of goes, "What the hell's you doing?"
I want those cows.
Roll me a speech. Difficulty of 3.
No,
And you do have an AP from chat.
Hold on.
All right.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, that's going to be... So, let me sell you on something here. This isn't going to be me... I'm not asking him. I'm
You're telling
telling him.
Mhm.
So, I want to use a strength speech to intimidate him.
I'll give it to you.
All right.
You did just kind of yeet a mini nuke into oblivion, so why not?
And did we have 1 AP?
You do.
Yes.
All right, we're going to dump that one in. Uh-oh.
All right, so
Complication there,
that's
too.
2 successes with complication.
The complication is that Preston died in the explosion.
Oh, no. No, I think I know exactly what I want the complication to be. So the super mutant is like, "All right, you can have these cows, but we don't eat them. We ain't worth the trouble." And he just starts slowly backing away, like, and if you chase after him, he'll break for it, but...
What have you done with Jimmy Stewart? And he's going to just run after him.
Oh, yeah, super mutant just takes off bolting in the opposite direction.
And, but yeah, he'll just like skid to a stop, remembering, right, it's about the Brahmin. Preston wants the Brahmin.
Now, the complication is that you start to hear what sounds to be like Terminator music. As we cut back to where Preston Gravy once stood, you just see him rising up as if from nothingness.
Shut up!
And
He's a synth!
he kind of looks around, cracks his neck very unnaturally, and yes, his eyes do glow for a moment. Mhm.
So
Isn't Preston's last name Gravy? I thought it was Gravy.
Garvey.
Ah, I was close.
In this universe, it's gravy. It's canon now. Can't change
There you
it.
go.
Change
Yeah.
it back. No cannonsy backsies.
But yeah, you guys have acquired your Brahmin. And there you go. Orfish Preston Gravy is the synth version of Preston Garvey. There you go.
That's perfect. Yeah. I will help usher the Brahmin back. I will also spend a luck that I find a really cool like shepherd's staff, perfect condition, and I shepherd them back.
So there's not really an animal handling in this system. I'm just trying to think what I can have you do.
Charisma survival.
Yeah, you know what? Charisma survival sounds like a good combination.
Nice.
Let's have you do. Let's have this at a difficulty of 2.
I'm gonna spend that last AP because why not? 8 plus 3. Hey,
Yeah, that's what, 3 successes.
get an AP back.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you have Draxus sort of take the rear because he can scare them in a direction, and then you kind of lead the charge. And as you walk back into town, Brahmin following you, kids in the street are going, "Oh, he actually got the Brahmin. That means we're gonna get steaks tonight." And then again, you hear Terminator music as Preston Garvey, which is now canon, Gravy. Sorry, now I'm doing it. Gravy, his head, kind of twitching every once in a while, just starts walking at you and starts saying, "A settlement needs your help. A settlement needs your help. A settlement needs your help."
Preston, we got the Brahmin for you, man.
Brahmin for you. We helped the settlement.
And he pulls out his laser musket and begins charging it. A settlement needs your help, and it just broken record.
Why is it? It smells like mini Duke in here.
Yeah, it smells like radiation and annoying side characters. I don't know.
And the kids are like looking between you and Preston. They're like, what do we do?
Is he gonna be all right? Is this normal for him?
I don't know. Does he always do this? Because I mean, we brought the beef.
Where was it?
I no, we've never seen. His eyes definitely didn't glow like that before, and he definitely didn't have that head twitch.
Hey, Preston, buddy, you all right?
Remember the beginning of a friendship.
And then at this point, the broken record is beginning to stutter. So it's kind of like, the settlement, help.
I don't think he's Preston anymore.
Oh, hang on. I am out of it today. I totally forgot. It's like it's the snowman thing. Hang on. And Draxus is gonna walk up and put the hat on him. That's the thing that does it.
I'm debating. Hold on.
I kind of love that.
It's funny. I'm gonna go with it. You put the hat back on him, and almost like instantaneously, it's like comical, like pop. He's back in his character. His head's not twitching anymore. His speech is fine. He says, "Oh, I see you brought the Brahmin back."
Yep, right here.
Also, it's kind of weird. You're naked, so you might want to put some clothes on, Preston.
Yeah. Naked and holding a weapon.
His clothes are still on him, actually.
Oh, I thought the new...
Oh.
No, that's the worst part of it, is that his clothes are still on him.
So you came at us like all kind of like tweaked out a little bit, but just remember, just like when you feel the urge to do something like that, remember, this is the Commonwealth, not Florida.
What? Florida? Why are we mentioning Florida?
No reason. And Draxus is going to slap him on the shoulder and like, so.
Roll me a combat die. If you roll an effect, funny things happen.
Yeah.
I like funny things.
You knock off the hat, and his eyes glow red again. His razor musket starts charging up. He's at 4 cranks at this point. He's almost to maximum charge here.
Yeah, hang on. Let me just get that for you.
Nikki's going to reach down, put the bag. Oh, sorry, buddy. Your hat fell off. Drax has got it. Mean right hook.
I just apologize. I seem to be having fading spells. I'm having lapses of memory.
Yeah, it's all right. You might want to discharge that weapon.
Oh, would you look at that? Who charged my weapon for me? He kind of looks around for a target, and then he just points at our Brahmin and fires, and the Brahmin goes down dead.
Efficient and brutal. I love
and
it.
Delicious.
Oh, true.
Well,
about those parts.
Yeah, actually. So I had the boys collect what we could, and I figure I can at least get you half your list for what you've brought here today.
Like half the list?
No, Nikki. Yeah. That's great, Preston. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah, glad to be of help.
Why are there only children here and you?
I need you to roll me a speech, please. Difficulty of 3.
That came out of nowhere.
It did. But it's a detail I had planned, so...
It's like little lamplight and Preston.
I'm going to spend... That is a tag skill. So that is actually 3 successes. I'm going to spend I have 3 more luck. I'm going to spend another luck to reroll that one that failed. It was an at 20.
Okay, you're going to reroll that 20. Probably a good idea.
Come on.
Skadoosh. That is 4 successes. So
4
I get
successes.
280 back.
Had you failed, he would have gone Terminator mode, but since you succeeded, he kind of just looks around and says, oh, I mean, Miniman's job is to make sure settlements of all kinds are just sort of kept up to snuff, and I'm just training up these fine young individuals to be upstanding Minutemen in the future.
Right. So isn't technically the name of the company then the Miniman?
The Minutemen.
Mini.
Oh, the mini. Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah, you see?
Because you're small.
Right into that one. Slap him on the shoulder.
Roll me a combat die.
Yeah.
you're
I
good.
didn't get an effect. Darn it.
He kind of laughs it off like, yeah. Do you want it all loaded onto your boat or?
Yeah, please. That'd be great. Thanks.
If you don't mind.
Cool.
I would like to tip several of the children 1 cap each.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and as Genesis puts it, the child soldiers, will take a tip as you give it to them, and they kind of look at you and go, "Gee, Mr. Captain T, you're awesome."
Boy, don't I know it. Thank you. Oh, man.
And as Preston looks at you all with just these subtly glowing eyes, I think that's where we're going to take our 5 to 10 minute break. So we'll be back shortly, everybody. Stick around. Welcome back, everybody, to part 2 of Season 2, Episode 5 of Motley Heights, a game where everything's made up and the points don't matter. I'm ELH, your game master, and there's one thing I'd like to address before we resume play, simply because it's a good story. So, the whole joke there about Preston being a synth is that in Fallout 4, he is an essential character. Now, what that means is that no matter what you do to Preston, he will always get back up. He will always, kind of shoot whoever he was shooting. Preston cannot be killed short of console commands. So there's a very famous story in the Fallout community where someone was playing on a hardcore save file, meaning that they had survival elements, etc., etc. But they accidentally made Preston angry. And what that meant was Preston would continuously try to kill the player, which meant that no matter where this individual went on the map, even if they fast traveled across the map, Preston would eventually show up and try to kill them. He would run the entire way. It's a good read. You should be able to find it pretty easy by literally just researching or Googling Preston Terminator in Fallout 4, and you'll probably find it pretty easily. But we resume our little story proper with all of you just sort of taking stock of how well your boat's floating with all the crates of supplies that are currently in it. And you're currently kind of judging whether or not it's safe to add more. Now, of course, there are a few of the mini-men, as we're calling them, that are sort of hanging around. But Preston is not present. He has gone back on patrol.
Yeah, another settlement needs his help.
Exactly.
Do you want to make 2 trips and I'll just hang out here with the mini-men?
I mean, why don't we just take this stuff back to the boat so we don't overload it? That seems logical, right?
What? But like the whole point is like the Zodiac there's like pretty full right now.
That's what I'm saying. We take that back to the boat.
Right.
Yep. And then we drop it off and we come back.
Right. But I mean, I want to stay here and watch the stuff. You can do... There's not enough room for me in the boat, too. And I'm not water skiing back there.
Come on, you look fantastic.
I mean, I know, but you can't just do like
Mr.
the
Draxus,
audience.
did you really water ski? I've never seen a water skiing Deathclaw.
It was amazing.
And then another kid goes, "Wait, what's water skiing? I don't understand."
It's like where you get somebody goes really fast in a boat, and you grab a rope that's tied onto the boat, and you just try to stand up while they're doing that, and it's sort of like skiing but on water.
The hell is that? Just
Yeah,
sounds like bad things. Why would you want that?
Oh, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty sweet.
I think I'm gonna spend some AP of my own. The kids are now asking to go and have water skiing lessons. And if that wasn't bad enough, as you may or may not be ready to tell a bunch of kids to F off, remember how I said it was starting to get dark overhead?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Nicola T, you maybe start to say something to a kid, and then you feel a drop on your face. You look up, hold out your hand, and a few more drops. And then maybe about 10 seconds later, just utter downpour.
He's going to reach into the boat and pull out a semi-functional umbrella that still he's getting mostly wet, but he feels better about life.
Plus, you got mysteriously quiet there, just so you know.
What's that?
There you
I
go.
think that's just his tone of voice is.
I was just being very direct and annoyed.
So the kids, go scrambling for cover. They don't want to be out in the radioactive rain, but very closely, or very soon, Nicola T. and Draxus, you are the only two remaining on the shoreline.
I hate this. I hate it.
I mean, you ought to just go back to the boat and come back and get the rest of this stuff. I'll stay here and watch it. I mean, radiation, schmadiation. None of that stuff bothers me. And I don't want anybody to gank this stuff. And quite frankly, many men or no, I don't trust those kids.
Yeah, it's weird. They got this Lost Boys vibe going, and I'm very uncomfortable. Yeah. Well, I guess I'm gonna go drive through a rainstorm on a inflatable vessel. Jumps in the boat and he's gonna take off.
All right. Now, something I do need to tell you before you go running off, because I didn't want to interrupt before now. If you go back to the boat now, you'll arrive before the deadline. There will be optimum time. However, there may not be time for you to go there and come back and go back again. It would be extremely dependent on your roles here. So if you have confidence in your agility and a pilot, you can go for it. But just no roll required, you would not be able to do more than one trip.
What kind of evil are you trying to put on me, ELH? What kind of dark, dirty, Necronomicon, necromonger bullshit are you trying to pull tonight?
Oh, 2 corrections. It's perception and pilot. And you just got 3 AP from chat. So there you go.
See, chat is like the Book of Nine Swords, or as I like to call it, the Book of Weeaboo Fighting Magic. And it's wonderful, but also terrible because they giveth and taketh away. Anyway, I'm on a stupid monologue. Let me find out can I find out what the difficulty is first?
It would be a difficulty of 3 coming and going.
Ooh, I feel like I want to risk it. What do you think, Drax?
Let's risk it.
Risk it to get.
Let's get dangerous.
Spend 3 AP on the first round.
Okay.
We got 3 extra AP from chat. That leaves us with 2. And I'm gonna roll 4 dice.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is a pilot?
It is a pilot. This is the one time pilot will ever come up in any streamed game ever, but it is pilot.
Ability pilot, is that right?
Yep. Perception and pilot.
Perception.
You just got another AP from chat.
All right, well that gives me enough to roll more dice on the way back. Now, I'd like to argue
No,
that
it's perception and pilot. No.
Athletics, because I have to hold on to the. All right.
No. Nice try, but no.
I tried. All right, so three dice, right? Yeah, no, 4 dice. 4 dice. Special is 10. I got a 50-50 on every one of these. Let's see what happens. Boomski, done.
That is 3 successes. Done. So you get back to the Motley Leagues, no problem. And the crew there quickly unload the boat. And I think it's at this point that Angela kind of, as she's supervising all this, goes, where's the big guy?
Oh, I'm going to get back and get him here in a little bit. He's got more stuff on the shore.
All right. This looks to be about 1/4 of what we'll need. How much you got back on the shoreline?
Another 25%. And then we're going to head back and go and pick up some other stuff.
I don't mean to rush you, but we only have so much time, and almost to get the supplies here and the AA guns working. There's only so much time. You're doing the creepy thing again with it. Why?
Don't pressure me. I'm a man who likes to be wooed. He's gonna turn back and get on his boat and leave.
Nice. All right. Difficulty of 3 again to get back in time.
Love you, God. Be good to me.
There you go. 3 successes. So Draxus, it's like he never left. One moment he's speeding off, and then 20, 30 minutes later, he comes speeding right back to back.
I'm gonna do that sweet thing when you're on a boat with an outboard engine, where you gun it and then you kill the engine and just coast
in.
right up, and it just ever so gently just boop right into the dock. I'm like, hey buddy, you ready?
Yep, good to go. And I'm just gonna start. I'll load the boxes, and we'll get back.
So, what I'm going to tell you now is that there is a complication on the board in terms of not Preston, but in terms of the storm and the sea conditions. In order not to lose your supplies here, you will need to roll me a difficulty of 4 pilot test on the way back. If you roll any complications, or you don't get enough successes, you're losing cargo. But I would also tell you that you still could go to the other location you had tagged if you feel like you can clean it out and loot it and get back in time.
I want to do that. Maybe the storm will be over by the time we're done. Probably not, but a man can hope.
All right, I guess we're doing that. He's driving. I'm just...
Nikki is humming Flight of the Valkyries, but he's replacing the lack of words with Nick T, Captain Nick T, on the boat room.
So, umbrella in hand, at least on Nikki's part, you sprint inland towards one of the locations you had flagged on the big map. Now, this location is known as East City Downs. It used to be a horse racing betting arena. And in the downpour, when you come upon the outskirts of this, you see that the inner field has been fashioned into a crude settlement that probably was raiders or, some kind of, I guess you would call them triggermen or just, basic gunner, mercenaries. But there's obvious signs of super mutants here and there. In fact, as you're looking in from the outskirts, you see maybe about 5 or 6 individual super mutants walking around. You also notice that sort of running around the track of the horse racing is a number of Eyebots, Protectrons, and Assaultrons that are just doing laps. And it's still raining as well.
How hard?
I would say hard enough that you're going to take a grand total of, let's see... You're going to take 1 radiation damage.
But I have an umbrella.
I know. It was going to be 3 AP, or 3 combat dice. It's only 1 with the umbrella.
I accept it.
So, hear me out. It looks like they're racing here.
Right.
What if I entered the race and said, hey, if I win, you've got to give me these supplies. If I lose, you get to eat my friend. I'm not going to lose.
Anyone ever told you that you are, by far, the smartest person that I've ever met in my entire life?
I've heard that once just now.
Brilliant. All right, I'm going to be your hype man. Let's get in there.
So, just to be clear, you're just going to walk up and shout at the super mutants?
Hello. We would like to race.
Oh, shit, Jerry. It's that one I was talking to you about. Jerry looks over. Oi, that there's a Deathclaw. We can't crump that.
No, I want to race.
Fear not, my green-skinned friends. We bring you your new champion, the swiftest, the fastest, the man of the hour. Oh, wait, he's an Intelligent Deathclaw. Draxus! Fanfare, fireworks.
Speech, please. Difficulty of 4.
I can do that. Let's see. It's going to be an 8 plus. I'm going to give you 1 AP to roll an extra die.
Okay.
This is a tag skill.
Listen, the super mutants are orcs because I only have like 3 voices and they're all terrible. So
Oi, it's all right. It's fine. That was way too many dice. I don't know what just happened there.
That is a lot of dice you got there, buddy.
Holy smokes.
I don't know what just happened.
Well, let's. How many did you intend to roll?
No, let me just re-roll.
No. How many did you intend to roll? 3.
That's still only 3 successes.
Yeah, it's still only 3 successes.
But I have 2 more luck. I'll spend 1 to re-roll that 18.
All right.
1 and 8. Come on, big money, no whammies. Yay! That's actually 5 successes.
How are you? Oh, I see. Because 4 and 1 or 4 and 3. I see.
Mm-hmm. Tag skills.
1 AP.
Interesting. All right. So, the super mutants kind of look at one another and go, "The hell they talking about? I think they mean them robots, them doing circles. Why they want to be robots in circles? They just kind of look at you expectingly like, why do you want to run in circles?
Oh, because if I beat these robots, then you have to give me a bunch of things.
Go ahead and Draxus, roll me a difficulty 3 speech.
Oh, that's not gonna go.
Well, you
Hang
say
on.
that, and I sense how many crits coming?
Really excited.
All right, let's dump that 1 point and shit on it. GM, I'm gonna dump some AP into you too and roll 5 dice.
Okay, sure. I don't think you'll need it, but go ahead.
That is. Let me just double check my. This is charisma, right?
Hmm.
Can I sell you on trying to intimidate them into letting me do it?
If you're okay, if you fail with them getting hostile, yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely fine with it. Speeches, speech. Let's go.
Oh.
Okay.
1 complication.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes with a complication.
Oh, that's right. Speech is tagged for you, isn't it?
C.
That didn't sound like a very confident C, but I'll let it pass.
Oh, sorry, it is not.
I was going to say, all right, so I think that's only 5 successes, which
That
means
is 5.
you will get 2 AP for your trouble. But there is a complication, so I think what's going to happen is, the not orc super mutants are going to kind of go and have like a huddle. You hear them discussing as a group. And then Jerry comes back, and Jerry's a little bit more blue. The other super mutants are kind of green. He's a little bit more blue. But Jerry comes back and says, "Right, what short stuff you want?"
Do you got the list?
Yeah, but are you sure these guys can read? Hey, can you read?
The hell's reading?
Right. I'm going to describe some objects to you, and I just need to know if you have them. Is that fair?
Yeah, that seems fair. It's okay because you will never beat iBot 9000.
I mean, that's the entire goal here is to beat.
And at the
Regardless,
mention
all right.
of iBot 9000, a flame painted iBot literally goes
Red.
zooming past.
Red, right?
Yep, it's got to be red.
Yep. Nikki does his best not to look worried, but there's a single bead of sweat coming off of his brow.
Might be the
down
rain,
side of
too.
His face. Yeah. Right, we're gonna be fine. I'm not gonna get eaten by super mutants. This will be great. Right, so we need and I'm just gonna go down a very extensive, annoying list of random objects, like long cylindrical tube A, also alpha B, and the L-shaped, and I just start naming off just random stupid parts.
So what I'm going to say is that the super mutants do end up collecting you most of what you're looking for. You would get 25% of the way, so total you would now be at 50 overall. Or no, sorry, you would be at 75 overall.
Perfect.
But there's also like weird shit thrown into the mix. Like there's a rubber duck. There's some random scrap that you're pretty sure is radioactive. Like they just pretty much grabbed whatever sounded good and threw it in the pile.
This look slightly oblong. Me get it. Cool. So, quick little huddle with Draxus. So, hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to be. So I believe in you. I want to start by saying that in my heart of hearts, my Kevin Costner heart, I believe in you as an athlete. But that flame-shitting robot has red paint and looks like it's a goddamn rocket. Are you sure you can do this? Because we can still run away.
Run away? Now, what kind of talk is that for Captain Nikola T?
The guy that's still alive and not ripped apart and consumed horrifically by giant green and blue men.
You know, you don't think very much of me, do you, Nikki?
I think very highly of you. I'm just looking for a little bit of reinsurance.
All right, then I am just going to tell you, trust me.
I don't feel better.
I know. And yeah, Drax is just going to go into
Nice. All right, so Draxus, we're going to handle this best of 3, and I'm going to say that gentleman's agreement, we won't spend AP. How does that sound?
Done.
All right, so I'll start off so you know what your difficulty is. Your difficulty to start is a 4.
Okay. I'm going to spend one of those AP points, and I'm going to roll. Okay, this is good. Come on. And that's 6 successes.
There you go. All right, so the iBot takes off, and it's got a commanding lead, but then Draxus, you just sort of start bounding after it like a lost dog chasing after a car, and you quickly overlap it, gaining your first success here. Now, the iBot, though, isn't going to take this down, and as you enter into the first corner, it actually is going to nearly collide with the guardrail and fail to turn properly. So you just have to roll 1 success here, and you get your second overall.
All right. Well,
He has put on a cheerleading costume and has pom-poms and is Draxus, he's our Deathclaw. If he can't do it, Nikki gets eaten. Please do it.
Uh-oh. That's 2 successes but a complication.
Yep. So you too will go into the guardrail. And what that means is that the iBot will now be rolling some additional dice. But you are sitting at 2 successes currently, so okay. All right. That is 2 successes, but with a complication. So go ahead, and if you beat 2, you will win the race, and the complication will take place.
All right, we're going to go ahead and roll a couple of extra dice here for 4.
Let's check.
3 successes.
That is enough. So again, you sort of catch your wind, you get away from the guardrail, you keep bounding and bounding, and you just hear this high-pitched whine coming from where the iBot is behind you. And you see it sort of begin to glow and rocket forward, but before it can pass you, it just blows up. And I think the super mutants just kind of look at everybody and go, "Right, what happened to the red one? I don't think we believed in it hard enough." "Well, that's because you're gabbing instead of crumping."
You guys need to practice your
You didn't. I just don't think that you believed strong enough in sparkle magic.
What's magic?
Exactly. And then Nikki T will suddenly be back in his captain outfit, as though he was never in his cheerleading outfit, and we'll never speak of this again.
Are we on Adult Swim all of a sudden, like at 2 a.m. for 15 minutes?
I feel like it was good.
Well, at this point, I now need some special rolls because you have to get the supplies back to your runabout, for lack of a better word, and you have to get back to the ship in time with the supplies intact.
Got this. Draxus is going to slap his comm badge and go, Draxus to Rio Grande, 2 to beam up.
Nothing happens.
I swear that worked one time. Anyway, he's just going to go back to loading crates.
All right.
Hey Draxus, I know this is going to be me asking a lot of you, but um would you be willing to swim in front of the boat and help me get it back?
Yeah, of course. I love to swim.
Oh, right, of course. I knew that. That's of course. It's good. Nikki is now convinced that Draxus is a synth, so we're going to get to that at a later time. Perfect. All right, well, let's go. Definitely not Terminator Draxus, buddy.
All right. So here's the deal. It's difficulty of 5.
No, it's not.
You may assist each other, meaning that
All
Draxus
right.
can give you, or you can give Draxus, whichever way you want to do it. For Draxus, it would be in athletics. Nicola T, it would be a pilot. No, it is nothing else. It is a pilot. And anything you do not get, if you do, hey, you just got 3 AP from chat. There you go. It's a difficulty of 5, but if you only get, like, say, 3 successes, you lose 40% of your cargo, is what I'm getting at here.
All
so
right.
every success that you don't get is 20% cargo gone.
You miss 100% of the checks you don't make. So I think Wolf, it'll be Nikki assisting Draxus, and
Absolutely.
Draxus will use athletics to just pull rope in the teeth, just full like crocodile swim.
Nikki on the front of the boat with his shepherd's cane, like Noah parting the water, just right on, magnificent steed, right on.
And you see, like Draxus will just be like, "Out with Moses." Anyway, sorry. Let's do this. I'm gonna go ahead and we got six AP. What's the cost for 5 dice? It's
All
1,
6.
2, 3, all 6. Let's do this.
Do it. And I will. Do I roll just 1d20 to assist?
Yes, 1d20 to assist, but you've already got your 5.
Six successes.
You already got your 6.
Complication though. Because I'm not actually helping right now, so it'd be funny if I did. I get an extra
7 successes. So, yeah, the waves are rough, but Draxus's swimming speed is quite adept. It's actually kind of scary how he's taken to the water so rapidly. But you get back to Motley Leagues to find a very annoyed-looking Angela, but she quickly, coordinates the crew to get everything unloaded, and she says, so thanks. I'm going to go fix the guns. I think we'll maybe get about 75% of them working, which is great.
Awesome.
You know the good doctor, right?
Yeah.
He was talking about throwing one of the kids overboard, the ones that came with the Intelligent Deathclaw, your buds.
Yeah, he's wait, what? No, he's not. No.
He's suffering from a real intense case of ghoul fever. Just give him a couple days. He'll sleep it off.
We don't have a couple days. We have literally.
We're
and she
gonna
looks
give
at
him
her
a
watch.
couple of hours.
All right, fine. Listen. All right, Nikki, I'm just gonna get the calm down bag and put him in.
The hell's the calm down bag?
You gotta ask.
And he'll just sort of look in there. You better pray you never find out.
Yeah.
Just go stalking down the hall.
Cold face from Nikki, just shaking his head. You don't want to know.
And as Angela's left there coordinating still, she's just like, I should have just shot them all. You know what? I threw my lot in when I let them have Nuka-Cola, and now I'm here.
Actions have consequences, he whispers to her as he walks by, and then brushes his shoulders.
And I think that's where we're going to end our little episode tonight.
All right.
It's perfect.
Wonderful. That was fun.
So hopefully next time we will, of course, have Dr. Worm with us again. But it will be very much not a prolonged battle, but it'll be definitely more combat involved because you got to shoot down a lot of vertebrates.
Oh, it's going to be awesome.
Don't
you
worry.
Be fantastic.
Don't you worry your purple-haired head about it.
Get me my Nikki, get me my thinking mini nukes.
Don't mind if I do, old chap.
Yeah, that's what you should have done, is ask the super mutants for mini nukes that you could have thrown at the vertibirds.
Oh my god, can you imagine just long bombing, just thread the needle right into the...
Do any of you have luck left? Do any of you? Anybody?
I do have 1 luck.
You may spend 1 luck to have 2 mini nukes.
Done.
Wait. Oh, I
There you
can't
go.
wait to
Make a
throw
note.
these. I can't wait to throw these.
Brett Favre in it. Just
Yeah,
just done.
just Brady in it. Just
Oh, Brady in either one. Yeah, that's just in their heydays.
and yeah, there's been a request for Metal Draxus, so maybe we'll do Metal Draxus next episode.
Next episode for sure. Absolutely.
All right, well, Twitch and YouTube. Twitch, stick around, but YouTube, this is where we say goodbye. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and we'll see you later, YouTube. Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.